Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaunneka and today we're going to do a 30-minute Yin Yoga class. It's going to be just as beneficial as a full hour, 60-minute Yin Yoga class. This is just an option for those of you who are tight on time, or maybe you have kids at home and find it hard to fit in a full 60-minute Yin Yoga class. So this class is going to really be beneficial for you if you are short on time. So this class is going to incorporate a little bit of hips, a little bit of hamstrings, and we're going to double up. So let's go ahead and get started. You will need to have two blocks, two books, a pillow. That is if you decide to use your props. So our first pose is going to be a simple seated forward fold. So you're going to bring, and we're going to start with our left foot in front, and we are going to bring the right shin behind. You want to make sure that you're not sitting as if you sit in like a meditation pose or anything. You want to walk the feet far away from you, closer to the top of the mat, and then wiggle your feet just a little bit to the edges of your mat. So it should feel a little bit awkward. Inhale, lift the chest, and imagine you're sticking out your bum, and then come forward any amount. I like to snuggle my elbows in by my knees and just let my head drop. So really opening up the hips, the low back. Taking the breath right up into the back of the rib cage. Last few breaths on this side. Last two breaths, nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gently lift the gaze. Walk your hands back in, bringing yourself back up to a seat. Just take a moment here. You can stay cross-legged or just bend the knees and rock from side to side. And we'll prepare for the other side. So let's go ahead. You're going to bring the right shin in front and the left shin behind. Shimmy your feet closer to the top of the mat and then to the edges, the sides of the mat. So again, it should feel a little bit awkward. Lift the chest, imagine you're sticking out your bum, and when you're ready, forward fold. Again, you can snuggle in and let the head drop. So always remembering to come to your depth, whatever that looks like for you. Noticing the quality of your breath. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Lift the gaze. Walk your hands back in if they were on the mat. Come all the way up. You can stay here and just take a moment or bend the knees and just rock from side to side. So let's go ahead and make our way into our next posture, which is deer. So we'll start with the left shin parallel to the top of the mat, and then you're going to bring your right shin parallel to the side of your mat. So when you're in a pose such as this, you just want to make sure that you're not sinking your weight back into your left hip. So you're looking to come up and out and looking to square your hips off with the top of your mat. So if you're here and you're feeling enough of a stretch, you can stay right here. Otherwise, again, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale. You want to come down any amount. If you have your blocks handy, you can rest your forearms on blocks. And as you gradually ease into the pose, you may remove the block and come onto your forearms. So depending on your anatomy and where you carry tension, we'll all have different areas where we're feeling this stretch, this pose. So for me, I'm feeling this in my outer left hip and just a little bit in my right groin. So making any minor adjustments to allow yourself to go deeper. Maybe if you're on forearms, you come onto your palms. Last few breaths here. Last two breaths before we transition. Nice big inhale. And side out. One more inhale. And exhale. Lift the gaze. Walk yourself back upright. The leg that is out behind you, you're going to swing it out in front. You're going to bring now the left foot inside the upper right thigh in towards the right groin. Inhale, find length. And exhale, fold over the right leg, any amount. If you find that the mind begins to wander, something that I like to do is count 4 on an inhale and 4 on my exhale. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. One more inhale. And exhale. Lift the gaze. Walk the hands back in. Sit upright. Bend the knees. Bring your hands behind you. Just allow yourself to sink back into your shoulder girdle. You can rest your ear on your shoulder. Just a few breaths. And let's very gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And we will repeat that on the other side. So this time we're going to bring the right shin parallel to the top of the mat and the left knee parallel to the side of the mat. So again, make sure you're not sinking your weight into your right hip. Think up and out. Square your hips off to the front. Lift the chest, inhale, and exhale. Fold forward any amount. So again, if you have your block handy, you can place your forearms on blocks. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Back into your shoulder girdle. You can rest your ear on your shoulder. Just a few breaths. And let's very gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And we will repeat that on the other side. So this time we're going to bring the right shin parallel to the top of the mat and the left knee parallel to the side of the mat. So again, make sure you're not sinking your weight into your right hip. Think up and out. Square your hips off to the front. Lift the chest, inhale, and exhale. Fold forward any amount. So again, if you have your block handy, you can place your forearms on blocks. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Noticing if any areas are starting to open up for you to allow you to go a little deeper. Last few breaths before we transition. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and lift the gaze. Push into your palms. Walk yourself all the way back upright. You're going to take the leg that's out behind you now, which is the left leg. Send it out in front of you. And just bring that right foot in towards the groin. So find length. Imagine you're sticking out your bum again. Lift the chest. And then when you're ready, fold forward any amount. So if you're new to the practice of Yin Yoga, Yin Yoga can be described like a tea bag. If you're making yourself a cup of tea and you just throw in the tea bag, it's not really going to be that flavorful. However, if you let the tea bag steep, that's when you really get the benefits of the herbs and the scents and the flavors. So that's really kind of what Yin Yoga is. The longer you hold the posture, the deeper into your fascia and connective tissues you go, the more healing and the more benefits you reap. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. Side out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Lift the gaze, push into your palms. Send the right leg out, bend both knees. Just wrap your arms around your knees and rock from side to side. And from here, we'll make our way down onto the mat. Drawing your knees in towards your chest, just rock gently from side to side. So from here, we're going to take a twist, and you're going to want to cactus your arms for this one. So your arms are like goalposts out beside you. You're going to draw your knees in towards your chest and drop both knees to the left. With the arms cactusing. So you're getting a nice opening through the chest, the upper arm. For some of us, this goes into the bicep. You're also getting the benefits of a twist and a nice opening through that IT band. You can take your left hand if you like and place it gently on top of the right knee, gazing over the right arm. Anytime you're in a twist, it's always nice to visualize the breath moving up and down or spiralizing up and down the spine. Last few breaths here. Last two breaths. Nice big inhale. And side out. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring the gaze back up. Release the grip if you had it on the knee, and gently bring the knees and the feet back to center. We're going to go ahead and even ourselves out on the other side. So bringing your arms back into goal post, just readjusting yourself, make sure you're nice and centered on your mat. Draw your knees in towards your chest, and when you're ready, drop both knees over to the right and gaze to the left. You can take that right hand if you'd like and place it gently on top of the left knee. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth inside out. One more inhale. And exhale. Move the hand from the knee if it was there. Bring your gaze back towards the ceiling and bring your knees back to center. Just go ahead from here. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Again, just rock from side to side. Maybe lift up. Give yourself a nice big hug. One last tight squeeze. And gently release. Extend your legs out wide. Arms out wide for your Savasana. Slowly now beginning to invite movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the ankles and the wrists. Let's go and take a nice big inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Reach, 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 reach. And exhale, just allow everything to drop. Bend your knees, rolling over onto your side. You can cradle the head in the upper arm. Let's go ahead and push ourselves up to a seat. Let's take a final breath here. Nice big inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Gently opening the eyes. Yogis, I hope you enjoyed this 30-minute Yin Yoga class. If you liked the class, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends, your family, so that way I can continue to put out this content and reach those of you who really enjoy yoga and want to start a home practice or continue your regular yoga practice. That's all I have to say for now, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, night, whenever it is that you decided to do this video.